How's it going, guys? Right now we are going to be talking about Soul Charge. A lot of people are talking about it. It's obviously a good card, but, you know, let's kind of dig deep into it. I think a lot of people are worried that it's just very unbalanced, and it's just going to be kind of like Monster Reborn. Like, it's just if you draw it, it's basically a win card in a lot of decks. And I'm not going to necessarily disagree with that, but I will say that it's just so much more balanced than Monster Reborn. It's crazy. I mean, obviously the pros are that you could just bring back up to 5 monsters if you really need to. Of course, that is at the cost of 5,000 life points, but that ability, that basically giving every deck the ability to kind of have a rekindling, is nuts. The amount of just crazy plays you can pull off with it, especially if you're up in life points, is ridiculous. That being said, if you draw this late game, it can be like the worst dead draw. If you either don't have the cost to pay, or you have like a set warning and you have this, which is something I've been seeing a lot, or not a lot, but you've seen him on this channel, Jake, the little guy, has been saying, like, I cut warning for this. Like, this is a better thing to pay life points for than warning. And I think they're two totally different cards, and depending on the deck, your mileage may vary, but that does make sense. The idea is, like, you are paying life points, and it's not like Solemn Judgment where you can always activate a Solemn Judgment. This you can't always activate. But of course the ability, not the ability, but the negative aspect that you can enter your battle phase is huge. It prevents it from being a 3 of in every deck. Because it would still be a Monster Reborn, pay 1,000, summon anything from your grave. And I think that was a very smart thing that Konami did, because they could have easily not had that clause in there and made it a secret rare in another set and just raked in the cash. But they didn't, and I feel like Soul Charge is honestly Konami wanting to print a new card that's good and splashable, but not printing something that's broken. And I really kind of respect that. And I think maybe the artifacts, we'll get to that in another video, might be doing away with that whole thing, but that's a whole nother story. But Soul Charge, yeah, very balanced. And I guess while we're on, we could expand into Dragons of Legend, talk about other cards. Curry Bandit is a very interesting card to me, because it's, once again, also been widely discussed before anything I'm ever going to say. But, I think because of Soul Charge, Curry Bandit, and I like Mathematician, mainly for plant decks, I think it's one of those cards that's really low now because people are kind of iffy about it. But Curry Bandit, I think, is definitely going to have some sort of a price spike. You pretty much are guaranteed 1 or 2 per box, so it's not going to be ridiculously expensive. It is not as hard to get, obviously, because it's a different set than the regular sets. It's more like Hidden Arsenal. Like, it's not like secret rare. I am not going to pull 1 in a box, or I might only pull 1 in a box. But I think having a playset of Curry Bandit and Soul Charge is something that most players should just have on them right now. For instance, I'm playing 2 Soul Charge in my gadgets right now, and it's amazing. The setups you can make with it, the Dracosac plays, the Big Eye plays, the Rank 4 plays, even the Synchro plays. I added Valor into that deck. I took out Divine Wrath so I could play Valor, simply so I could add 2 Synchro monsters. That's all I had room for in the extra deck, just because I can do that now. I have the ability to summon both of them if I wanted to, if I just need tuners on the field. And it's just really cool. Soul Charge is a reinvigorating card. It's going to make certain decks like Gadgets that don't see a lot of play, make them a lot better. And maybe decks like Infernities, like I've been seeing, where it is a 3 of, are going to be busted, because you activate it once, you bring out a ton of huge synchros that your opponent's just not going to have an easy time getting over, like multiples of them, And then they don't even need that, you know, those extra Infernity barriers. Like, they're fine with that one, because as long as they make the one Soul Charge play, it's incredible. And obviously, the best part about Soul Charge is that if your opponent negates it, you pay no cost. You know, there's no, it's if you summon the monsters, you take 1,000 for each. And that's just, it's really cool. Honestly, though, I think the card might be slightly more balanced if you paid the cost first, like you declare how many monsters you're summoning, and then at that stage, at that cost stage, you pay the life points. I do think that would make it slightly more balanced, because then it would be more of a risky play, and it would be something that's warningable. You know, you'd activate it, and they say, how many are you summoning? And you say 5, and you're locked into that. And then you pay 5,000 life points, and then they pay 2,000 life points to negate it. Like, honestly, because I'm using it, I'm happy that's not a thing, but I do think down the road that's going to be something that, you know, might have been a better idea. But whatever, it's still a young card, and we're still, you know, not sure. I guess the point of this video, when all is said and done, is if you can find Dragons of Legend boxes, I rarely recommend buying boxes just outright for, you know, retail, because in a normal set, it's just such a gamble about what you're going to get. You know, I do it because I do the opening videos every now and then, but I generally, like, wouldn't do it in a normal case. This is a very good set to open boxes of. Like, I think every person I've seen open a box of Dragons of Legend has gotten 4 soul charges, and that's right there, $40 if you plan on selling them, or, you know, it's $40 you don't have to spend if you wanted 4 of them. I don't know why you'd want 4, maybe for multiple decks, but you get what I'm saying. As well as Curry Bandit, and you know, like I said, I like Mathematician. It's kind of one of those cards that's people aren't really sure of, but I think specifically in plants, that card is broken. Because it's a crane target. You send Dandelion to grave, you send Spore to grave, you send Copy Plant to grave, just so you can get everything back with, like, Melee or, you know, Miracle Fertilizer. It's really cool. I dig the card. And I dig the set, and if you're going to invest in a set to either build up your binder or just because you need the cards, like, it's a really good set to buy. So, thanks for watching, guys. A little add-on to this video. Birthday was yesterday. I got some cool stuff. I did get this GameCube controller because I've been really getting into Smash, and I got a new GameCube controller from Japan, because you can only get new ones there. But the main reason I'm bringing this up, if you guys would be interested in any Smash Brothers content, mainly Project M, let me know, because I'll upload a video or two, because not many people are going to get to the end of this video. But definitely let me know. Like, it'll make me get the content out there faster and try to capture some stuff, because that really is becoming as much of a main hobby in my life as Yu-Gi-Oh, because Project M is just fantastic and I love it, and it's just a great game. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.